Hey guys, it's Stephanie. I'm in my car, getting ready to go see Kay early today because I want to get my stuff done today, and I went way too late last night to do anything with her, so I'm gonna go early. Anyway, I wanted to jump in and talk about the Hollywood Reporter interview. If you are a student of PR, messaging, and how it happens, you will notice things missing. You also notice who actually gave the interview. Bob Iger sat down with a Hollywood Reporter for an interview, and they were talking about Star Wars, and basically did reiterate what we knew already, that they were slowing down, making a movie a year, that they were rethinking how they did it, because Star Wars was such it was a flop. It was a dismal failure. We know how much money it didn't make. They can't hide it. He also failed to mention Rian Johnson's Trilogy when he was talking about the showrunners for Game of Thrones. And what we're hoping for is those guys are actually doing a Knights of the Old Republic saga, whatever. That would be interesting. I think that would get fans excited. I am also going to raise this. It's going to be a very short video. This is an interview. That part of the interview, talking about Star Wars, is something that Kathleen Kennedy should have done herself. Yet Iger is the one that went and did the interview. I find that very fascinating. He didn't mention Jon Favreau's show, and yet we all know that is full steam ahead. I think when he mentioned that there were other projects in the works, he was talking about that, but he didn't mention Rian Johnson. And had this been something important for Disney, for the top guy at Disney to talk about, he would have brought him up. Alright? But he didn't. So I just wanted to reiterate that I think this is another indication of changes being made at Disney Lucasfilm. We had the Deadline article yesterday about a new head of global SVP of global marketing for Lucasfilm named Ryan Stankovic. She really, I guess, did a really good job with the Marvel stuff. So she's also taking over the Lucasfilm stuff. And if they're slowing down for Lucasfilm, that's an indication that she has time to be able to do that too. And it just, the fact that he only really mentioned 2 projects kind of coincides with what I've been told. This is just another indication that things at Lucasfilm are changing, have changed. Again, this is an interview that if Kathleen Kennedy was still there, she would have given. The defenders and the people who want to disagree will come up with other rationalities, but you have to study people's behavior. You have to see how people are reacting and the fear that people have when they realize something is changing, not in their favor. If you are a Star Wars fan, you should be happy. Alright? A lot of these people, that are defending Rian Johnson, that are TLJ fans, are either dyed-in-the-wool prequel haters who really aren't Star Wars fans to begin with, and are so angry still at George Lucas that they don't care about how the OT was presented, or they just got to Star Wars through TFA and TLJ, are very well educated in narrative film, don't know much about how it's put together, and really don't have any emotional attachment to the franchise that true fans do. And they're the ones that are really upset. They don't want to see what's happening happen. And for some reason, they're very subjective about The Last Jedi and make excuses for Solo, which I've gone over ad nauseum about. A, what a terrible idea that movie was. B, what a shitty script it was. C, what a stupid casting choice Alden Ehrenreich was. And D, when you have all that already against you, plus people being pissed off about TLJ, you have the writer running around talking about how woke he is. That's not going to drive parents away, is it? You know, Disney's got to think about this stuff. They got to think about us, and I think they are, and this is a subtle indication, again, because it's Iger himself talking about Star Wars, not Kathleen Kennedy, he's talking about Lucasfilm's projects without the head of Lucasfilm there. Interview, or at least part of this interview, should have been hers. Alright? This is stuff that she should be talking about, and she's not. This woman has not been heard from since the red carpet at Solo. The excuses, even for people who hated The Last Jedi but think they know what they're talking about, are hilarious, in my opinion. And they have no substance. You just gotta see how people behave. From Pablo Hidalgo's freak out and changing of his Twitter account to the bizarro defenses by Brian Young, and the contracted writers like that freak Chuck Wendig, Jason Fry, and their blockchain, because they're so afraid that we'll turn them in. And they're still being looked at. I mean, Disney is watching everything that goes on now on Twitter, and they should know that. They don't. I don't get it. But anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Hollywood Reporter interview with Bob Iger. He didn't mention Rian Johnson at all. Again, if TLJ had been well received, like the lovers of this shitty movie want us to believe it was, he'd have mentioned him. I know for a fact he hates Rian Johnson, and Disney will never pay for that trilogy. The fact is that Iger probably should pay off the contract Kennedy signed Johnson to and make him go away. Same thing with Alden Ehrenreich, and make him go away. But we'll see what happens. And of course, again, this is an interview that if Kathy Kennedy was still in charge, she'd have been making. So this is Steph, signing out. Have a great day. I'll see you around the galaxy. Oh, and feel free to subscribe, hit the bell for more content, hit the like button, and please share away. Have a great day. I'm off to see my horse. See you around the galaxy, flyboys.